Hello, Younger Oldie here and welcome to my channel. Now today I want to talk about that us older and mature riders, but we're not old. I will use the words older or mature, but not old. How I see it is, we still ride our bikes. We're still able to dodge some of the modern day drivers that just don't look or care. We're able to handle our bikes, which, let's face it, are mostly pretty quick, no matter how small the engine is. We crave the sense of adventure that our bikes give us, and we live for the next day we can get out and have a ride. So if we can do all this, we're not old. And off to Huggies Wednesday morning, a bit later than normal, but I don't think there's any of my crowd going there today. But I'm just going to pop out for a ride. It's a nice day. It's not sunny, but at least there's no wet stuff. So what is old? Now I class my dear old dad as old. He's in his early 90s, and although he's very good for his age, he no longer drives a car. He just had to have a stair lift fitted in his home. He is now restricted and he can't do what he did only just a few years ago. It's as if age has just crept up on him and gave him a right old slap. For the first time I hear him say that my body's just worn out. Everything seems to be a chore nowadays and everything seems to hurt. He seems to have no interest now. I remember I got him to take up fly fishing so he can come with me. We hire a boat, we own a battery outboard, so there's no walking rough ground, but he only managed 2 trips, then he gave up. He was a very good engineer and he did love it. So when he retired at the time, my stepmother passed away and he just became stagnant. He seems to choose not to have friends or do anything. Now, as mature or older motorcyclists, we have an interest. We get to go out to places, we meet mates if we choose to do so, and we can have a ride out. I see older guys who can't ride anymore, but they still turn up at Huggies. They get up there, have a cup of tea, have some food, and just chat to people about the bikes. They're still a part of our wonderful community, and they will be as long as they choose to do so. Having interests and hobbies is vital in my book, as you will always have something to do or somewhere to go. Even if I couldn't ride or drive a car, I could still get a lift or a taxi to Huggies or another bike meet. I could still go to the gun range and do some target shooting. I could get to many places where I could fish, be it fly or course fishing. Any of the options mentioned would get me out and make me interact with someone of the same interest. Last year I picked my dad up. I was taking him out for a cup of coffee. I chose to take him to the Triumph Factory Cafe. I walked around the museum with him and out came his phone, taking loads of pictures of all the bikes from his era. He even found one that he used to own as a young man. I considered booking him on a factory tour, and I'm sure all the workers there would love to be told that they're doing all the engineering completely wrong. Age is just a number, but some people are old before their time. A lot of it is down to a person's mindset. Now back to my dad an example. He thinks if you're 50 you're too old to be riding bikes. I think we need an interest or a hobby. Some play golf, or enjoy a game of bowls, and that's fine, as it gets you out of the house, lets you interact with others who enjoy the same interests. Of course, we prefer to ride motorbikes, be it riding them, or if you have mechanical skills, maintaining them as well. I know a guy who couldn't ride anymore, but he still used to restore old classics, and he enjoyed all the engineering involved in it. Now, I would always prefer a day out to a day in. So if I didn't ride anymore, or didn't drive, there's plenty of coach trips I could go out for a day's trip, or a week's holiday, or even longer. But now I'm still lucky enough that I can still ride a bike, and I'll continue to enjoy it while I can. It's good to embrace new challenges, and revive old ones. I plan to do some motor camping again, as my wife does some long hours and doesn't mind me nipping off somewhere when I can. I could use B&Bs, but that does work out a lot more expensive if I was to go quite a lot. The difference being, last time I went in a tent, it was as easy to get up off the floor as it was to get down. Sadly, not so much now. I don't really want to be laying on the floor trying to get dressed in bike gear, so I need a tent that I can almost stand up in, but then small enough to pack up on the bike. At the end of the day, we are only old if we think we are. We can make changes so that we can still do the things we want to do. It may take a bit longer to do them, and we have to accept that. I used to stand on my feet for 12 hours a day at work, but I couldn't do it now. I'd need to have a few sit downs to stop my knees from creaking. I now ride a lighter bike with more legroom for this reason. So focus on the positive, look for ways around the negatives, and we should be able to continue to do whatever we want to do within reason. So if you're like me, you're a more mature or older rider, then be proud of that. But never let anyone tell you you're old. So I hope you enjoyed this content. If you have, please do the ticks to like and subscribe. And as always, take care, ride safe, and bye for now.